Good evening, folks. This is Darth Rabbit 07 coming to you today with another quick review. I went looking at Walmart over in Hendersonville, North Carolina tonight, and got a hold of this next figure coming up. It's a very unexpected but happy find all the same. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. All the stuff down below. Thank you again to all those who have subscribed. Let's get this turned around and get this new Autobot review. Thanks again for watching. And tonight on the turntable we have none other than the new Studio Series 105 Autobot Mirage. Here's a quick look at the side of the box there, number 105. You got some official licensing lingo right there. A little sticker saying it's an original Porsche or official licensed product. And a little bio reads, Mirage and Noah speed through the streets of New York City to outrun the police. Convert him back and forth from robot to car mode and back again, 25 steps. And some more artwork on that side of the box. Rise of the Beast on top of the box. And right here on the back. If you're looking at a store, I hope this helps you guys locate this if it's not out there readily available. And we'll take a moment and pause. Let's crack Autobot Mirage out of that box and see how cool he really is, guys. Things first, this has got the warning in 26 languages. You got his instructions. We'll take a brief look at all the little stuff that you can do and get it converted all the way through. Robot back to that Porsche in about 25 steps there. And on the turntable there we have the Brooklyn backdrop. If you so desire to display them like that, feel free to do so. But we got him actually on card still with the bonds that tie, and right down here is his little blaster bit there, and a little quick spin around to the back to see how those little things are making a return. So maybe the plastic window to keep people's little grudgy fingers off the figures is not so far away. Let's free him from his cardboard binding. And those initial first impression feelings that where I was feeling good and was happy that I got that new said product onto the turntable is almost fleeting and gone, as we'll take a look at his accessory first. And we got his little cannon that will slide over a hand. So there's that cannon that you got there. And on to the figure itself as it focuses it back in. The paint works pretty nice, but what I keep seeing right away is all this clear plastic, and it just gives me a bad feeling. The whole backpack and piece and the stuff and thing, every bit of this is clear plastic, except for like maybe that little headlight detail piece there. And yeah, something about this is a little off putting. A lot of kibble. And let's just go ahead and get this guy in here and look at that face real quick if we can. And that looks pretty okay. This looks like it's a solid plastic piece here, and the front end of the car is a piece of solid plastic. Shoulders, but then like you get down here, yeah, it just turns clear plastic. Doors on the side, hip skirts are, well, no, they're that solid plastic. It looked for a second that it wasn't. The thighs are thick or solid plastic. And then I'm not sure if those wheels are supposed to be directly behind the leg like that, or if they're supposed to be on the inside. I just don't know. And it's got some freaking flaking or something right there right off the bat anyway. Oh, so aggravating. A lot of empty hollow there in the legs. Let me confer the manual real quick, because I just want to make sure I got things right to begin with. Put him back down there. Yep, I really can't help but feel that this guy is just ugly as sin with all that clear plastic. this is how I'll probably configure him to be in his robot mode, with everything kind of just dangling off the back there. And I'm not really good with it and stuff. I'm not even entirely sure I want to keep it, even at this point in level. And I haven't even changed it. I'm gonna try to get to this articulation right here. So we're going to get back down in here, and we're going to look at that pretty face, sculpted head again. Looks like you can go all the way around, and it's on a mushroom. I don't know. It kind of feels like it's on a ball. It's got some wiggly waggly, boom, boom, boom. So, and it's kind of hindered by this little bar in the back for whatever reason. I might try to mod it just to give him a little bit more headroom. He just had a lot of personality in the movie, and is one of the funner parts about the movie. Shoulders, you can go all the way around on that. Looks like a ball there at that point. You got a hinge there due to transformation, more than likely. You got an upper bicep swivel. You got about a little over 90 there. That just makes me want to scream. But it does manage to have a full wrist swivel, so that's a good thing. Cool. And then you work on down, you got some detail there on the chest and whatnot. Then you got all this obtrusive kibble where you can't really get at the waist. It can do just a little bit of waist movement there. You can kick up that far on a very unnaturally, painfully looking leg there, a little bit of hollow there. You go back just about that far, and the kibble just gets in the way of itself some more. And I can't help but think that they just didn't, I don't know what they were thinking or doing, guys, to be honest. You can get that much knee, but it keeps getting in the way of itself. And one of the more ball ugly, to give you a rocker kind of thing, I mean, this is ugly as sin. Come on, Hasbro, this is not cool. You can get that much in the knee. He's got like a toe in the back of the car that's painted and probably is going to get chipped and worn as time goes on and play goes on. And at least they did use a gratuitous amount of paint there. And it might look okay in car mode. Then again, this robot mode is pretty not what I was expecting. I was expecting to love this and like it, but they ain't gone. And I think that looks better with it kind of on back further like that. But then you ain't got no, I just don't know, man. So aggravating, so close. Let's get him armed up. If I can get him to stand up for just a moment. And that is about as dynamic a pose as I can get him to show off his little blaster arm cannon thing that he can do there. And not a total disaster, but not good either. I just don't know how else to say that. Let's get this guy converted. I'm not even going to try to get to this nightmare process on camera. As another one of my fellow viewers out there, Ultra Megatronus, was saying, I'm going to leave that to the professional YouTubers because I don't got the time and the patience. So we're going to transform in 3, 2, 1, and there is Mirage in his Porsche car mode. And what was pretty much one of the more cooler or fluid transformations, or anytime he did anything in the movie, was fluid and smooth. This representation, getting it into this car mode, was anything just short of a miracle. As we go around and look at the sides and whatnot and admire it, it is nice looking once it comes all together, but getting it there was not an easy feat. Let's just take a look at that bottom. You can see visible head. You could probably maybe spin that around where you don't have the head showing. This little gun slides up in there, fills in that gap nicely, and everything tabs together. Once you get this hip piece underneath this, once you get this hip piece right, then it all does kind of come together, and this last part comes and slides up into place. This right here was a beast to get this 2 tabs, and at least it does tab in good to its benefit. They I don't know. It's like the passes at the engineering level for this studio series. One of my biggest pet peeves using clear plastic was just an over complicated mess of a transformation that borders on some torturous points there with that waist, like I was saying. And then it just getting it to like it did in the movie just didn't come easy there. But it does look good there at the back bumper, whatnot. It was a very ambitious undertaking there, and Porsche tempo and deco looks great. The silver looks great, but I could just see in this wear and tear over time and with play, it won't look as good as it kind of does at this point. I thought I would totally hate it, but I like that they used a smokier kind of glass to kind of block out some of that stuff. It could have went full-blown tint or even put solid black pieces, and I would have felt better about that altogether in a sense. But then you still got that cavity that's filled in. But if you lose this gun, this doesn't hold together as good, because this kind of helps it hold together there, guys. So that was a little bit crazy. Let's get this guy back onto the table and some final thoughts. I'm not going to dare transform it back into robot mode tonight. It might get easier with a couple more transformations and whatnot, but I'm not there yet. Some final thoughts with Mirage here. I'm not totally devastated or disappointed, because I do love Porsches. I like transformers that are Porsches that transform into robots, but that robot mode does not look anything like that art, doesn't look anything like the movie model, and I'm weary-eyed when it comes to thinking about the masterpiece version as inevitable that's going to be coming. I hope it doesn't make somebody stress when they go to transform it. That's part of the fun in the transformation and engineering, and then pieces should be able to fold back up on itself and not just dangle off the back and hang loose or whatever. And like I said, maybe it'll get easier with time and practice and that kind of thing. It just kind of sounds like something else at this point, and it really shouldn't be this hard. This guy was so fluid. That transformation was not very fluid. That is my final thoughts on this Mirage. Is it worth a pickup still? I think so, because I don't have the other Mirage that I have no compunction to getting, because the tires are so ugly on that mainline Mirage. And then there's that mainline Bumblebee. I think they actually come in there with Air Razor and another pack. No thank you, I don't need that question answered, and I might get it just to get all the mainline stuff together and then just sell it back out, because where Optimus did good, I'm trying to think, there wasn't total. Oh, then Optimus Primal did good. I don't think they did the mainline stuff good. This looks good once it's in Porsche mode, but it just got to be that fun factor there, guys. And I just didn't feel a fun factor that first transformation. I was really getting kind of scared that I was going to actually hate this thing really bad, but it's a Porsche. It's got a nicely decoed Autobot symbol there on the front. I don't know if you can see it with the hoot. But yeah, it's there, and I can see it with my naked eye better than I can looking at the camera. Oh, there you go. It looks okay, and it did all right. It's just a lot of panels and gappage is what I see, and it kind of sits like it's not sitting and rolling. It rolls good. That's the other crazy part. It rolls pretty decent, but it's something just feels like it's a little bit wonky or off, and that, like I said, it may get easier with time and practice, and yeah, it sounds a whole lot like something else. Thanks again for watching my channel, guys. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Thank you again to those who have done so. Have a great week. Until all are one, guys. Thank you again for watching.